we've come to Apia in Samoa. It is quite a busy port with a lot of shipping stuff going on. But before we can explore, we really need to fix our outboard on our dinghy. So thankfully, we've found a mechanic who's going to take a look at it for us. So we are just heading in this morning to meet him, and fingers crossed we can be on the move again.
Yeah, so this is like our max speed, not because the motor part is malfunctioning, but because the outboard leg it has this ability to tilt. So we're going to shallow anchorages, we can lift it up and go onto the beach and things like that. Well, depending on the angle of the leg is how fast you can go before the boat starts like bouncing. And right now it's not straight down, it's not straight up, it's kind of slightly up, and it won't go anywhere else. It's stuck.
Yeah, last week in Niue, we were having to lift our dinghy up on that huge crane system instead of just being able to like tie it off to a dinghy dock. And so we were lifting the leg and lowering it an awful lot, and it eventually just kind of gave up and said, I'm not playing anymore. So yeah, we no longer could get to shore on our own there, which was quite problematic. And ideally, we would like to get it fixed so that we can still move.
This is actually going to be the second time we've had to repair this. So our outboard leg is electric in its tilt, and that's kind of unusual in itself for dinghies this size. Moreover, it has no manual override, so we cannot move it. Back in French Polynesia, we actually paid a guy to service it, and he said the very helpful phrase of, well, I cleaned it up, it could last a month, it could last a year, I don't really know. It turned out it lasted about a month.
And now we're about to get dragged out, and we hope that the prop doesn't hit the ground.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that's not quite ideal.
It's maybe not quite the plan, but we weren't turning the prop when it happened. It was actually when we winched it in on a bow roller that basically the outboard was still floating at that point. And then it's landed both sides of this strut. So the prop wasn't turning, so we didn't damage the prop any more than it already was.
And it looks like it's weight bearing, but I don't think it is.
I can wiggle it.
Exactly.
So that's a good sign.
Phew.
It'll be okay, right? It'll be okay.
It'll be fine.
It'll be absolutely fine. I mean,
it's in good hands.
Yeah, Junior, who's doing like all the work on the outboard, like he knows his stuff. Clearly, we rolled in, he instantly had the trailer ready for us. Like, he's got it. It's in good hands. It's okay.
It'll be fine.
Like a nervous parent.
So we've got the full service because while Junior's taken away our dinghy to take a look at, he has lent us his boat so that we can actually get back to Indy, because there is a marina here, but we are out in the anchorage because that's where we always are. And so I don't really fancy swimming in that water. Thankfully, we got a sweet new ride.
Well, this is it. He's like, oh, I have a tinny, you can take it, like a little tinny boat. We're like, oh, it's perfect. And then he showed us this. Yeah, seriously. How is this for a complimentary vehicle when you take your car to the garage?
It's got a bimini and everything.
It's got a bimini and 250 horsepower. We actually are going to die. Meat on tires.
Oh yeah, that would help. Oh, this is surreal.
This is hilarious. Don't know the last time we used a small powered boat with a steering wheel.
Like, it's got proper seats, it's got a steering wheel. I feel like I'm at a fun fair on a ride. Let's not crash.
A ride is when I start to accelerate. So Junior was telling us that we can borrow this the entire time our dinghy is away, which is just ridiculous. The only catch is that apparently tomorrow from 9 till 5, they take a bunch of kids out and they take them to troll for trevally. So we're going to bring it back in so that he can take the kids out and they'll all have a bit of fun, because I mean, with an outboard like this, I imagine he can do a lot more than trevally, but we'll see what their catch is. How's that for a tender upgrade?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we just finished tying it off like we would the dinghy, and then we realized this is no dinghy. And, it would be a bit more predictable if it was actually mounted to the side of the boat. So we're going to bring it round because we don't have any more floating lines we can use to tie it off. That's another risk. We don't want this line going under the rudders. Instead, we'll bring it to the side of the boat, tie it off, kind of like the super yachts do, except we don't have those fancy bendy pulls to keep it off, so we have to put our fenders out. But overall, I think there'll be some questions in the anchorage.
Well, it is not even lunchtime yet, and we have just got a call saying our outboard is fixed and working and ready to collect. So we've not had much of a chance to run around in this bad boy replacement courtesy car dinghy, but now we have to take it back.
It's funny because we've never really wanted to get like a center console dinghy. You see them around where people sit side by side like this with their little steering wheels, and they don't usually look all that comfortable. This does just feel like I'm in an arcade machine or like a Disneyland ride.
Yeah, I can feel it. I mean,
So strange.
my seat is also really leaned back.
It's in the chill mode.
I'm relaxed.
I want to find the button for the horn. So this has to be like a record-breaking service. We've never had anything like this. We were just saying that we contacted Junior, 2 days ago? Maybe 3. We'd organised with him prior to that. However, in 2 days, he came down, checked it out and measured up, took it away, and in like 2 hours, he's fixed everything and is bringing it back down. And in that meantime, he lent us his own boat so that we could get ourselves back to Indy. That is unheard of. What first-class service. Looking good, looking good. Okay, he's going to the slippy bit.
Hooray!
Man, Junior rocks. So, turned out it was initially a wiring issue. And then, pretty good. And then he was like, but of course, even though that looks like it's fixed, I should probably check the actual motor as well, the DC motor that runs the leg hydraulic. So he took it to pieces, found out a few things, told us a few things we didn't know, and it works. Push start works, tilt works. It worked to get us in here. It's
like back to its full glory.
It really is.
Yeah, so that's us like all back up and running, 100% full cruising mode. We can actually go and explore this island now.
Yeah, so if you find yourselves in this part of the world and you find yourselves with similar problems or anything to do with engines, we cannot recommend Junior enough. So we did actually double check his proper company name because we didn't know it, we just knew it was Junior. But it is Samoa Marine Services. So we're going to put it in no foreign land because that's where everyone looks for this kind of information. And yeah, he gets a 5-star review from us, that's for sure. All right, we also just realized we didn't actually tell you what was wrong with the dinghy, or rather the outboard. So the leg wasn't tilting, so we thought it might be a hydraulic issue or the little DC motor that drives the hydraulics. And Junior did take that apart and cleaned it out and checked it for how it was running and make sure it was good. However, it turns out the real issue was to do with the wires that run to the battery. So that our outboard rather, has an electric start. And the wiring from the battery up to the outboard has gone through several generations of changes, partly when we did all the cool extra lighting as well. And it turns out that the little, what do they call those again? The little eye crimps that we use that go on the terminals of the battery, not so friendly to salt water. Or rather, salt water is not so friendly with them. So essentially, the battery cables were hanging on by some threads. So we'd been wondering if the starter battery was failing. He tested that for us, said it was all good. The report looked good. But when he tried to use the electric start on the dinghy, on the motor, or tried to use the tilt, he was saying the voltage was going from 12 to 4 volts on the battery, which isn't good. So it turns out it was a simple wiring problem. That's probably the best it could possibly have been.
And don't forget to watch our main episode this week as we sail across the international dateline on our arrival into Samoa. It's waiting for you just here. Enjoy!